they're not trying to be heroes. Leave them alone. Oh, he's tall! I guess Garp is stupid. Show&tell, hi guys, I'm Judy, and today I'm going to be watching One Piece episodes 313, 314, 315. And in the last episode, we said goodbye to the going Mary. It was really sad, really emotional. We just had like all this flashbacks. And then after that, we had Luffy kind of apologizing to her, telling her that they didn't treat her well enough and that they were so thankful and stuff. And then the Mary talked to them and everyone heard it. And she said, or he said, or I don't know, that it was a lot of fun. And I'm calling it she, I don't know. She really loved the crew and appreciated everything that she did with them. And it was like she was so glad to be part of their adventure. And it was so sad, and we burned it, and it's gone now. It's gone for good. For real. For good. Okay, fine. I don't know. I guess we need a new ship. I guess we need to move on somehow. I don't know. I'm not sure if we're heading back to Water 7, but maybe we are. Let's get into this episode. Check out my Patreon to get way ahead on One Piece reactions or reactions to other shows that you might be interested in, like My Hero Academia or Demon Slayer. But most importantly, I hope you enjoyed this reaction. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe to help my channel grow. Don't forget to support the original content, and let's get into it. Water 7. Well, it's going to be interesting to see how it's dealing. How Water 7 is recovering from everything that happens alongside us. And the Aqua Laguna. Okay, the Puffin Tom is back in order. Okay, that was fast. Yes, and we don't have a sword. Thor. Yes, it's so sad. How do we just lose a very special sword? I mean, okay, fair enough. We'll just have to find another special sword somewhere. Yes. What was the barrel? Who's in that barrel? Pauli? I mean, I love Pauli too, so fine. I'm okay with him having fangirls. Like, I get why people wouldn't be fans of him, because he's outwardly, I mean, he's clearly a good dude. Yeah, you're doing the opposite. So now what? You're building your own house again? What has arrived? They don't like being publicized. Like, they're not trying to be heroes. Leave them alone. Hey, Kashinomu Oimu? I mean, they're big. But I guess even for them, for being this big, they're strong too. Oh, stop! Okay, this is the first crew guy we see. what to head. Okay. That would be cool to visit Elbaf, and I think we will. Yeah, we haven't figured that out yet exactly. Yeah. For sure, so you're trying to make it more sturdy? The snail phone has the same curl of hair as Iceberg. Oh, that's cool. Let's do it. I mean, it sounds like a pretty enormous mission, but... What is it? Oh, okay. What did you buy with that? Like, I didn't think we would revisit that. Special private room for... Okay. So you are. You kids includes Gampo? And... Poor frog. I don't remember his name. What's your name? It's not like what? He sleeps. Totally. You should put it on the resume. Is that Nami? What's happening? We don't have a ship. Oh, what? We burned the money. Oh, oh. Oh no. Yeah, poor Nami. Oh, it was in the inn? Yeah, we had to have them. That's true. But what? Oh, so everything is here? All right. Good job, Chopper. You need a ship. You still need the ship. But okay, I guess you have the money for a ship now. All right. What did you buy with 2 billion? Berry. 2 million. 200 million, I mean.
島に住む人間が砲弾の降り注ぐ戦争を始めようが、島中の人間が死に、町が死に廃墟と化すの。ものともせず立ち続ける巨大な木。
Alright.
倒れねえ。人はまたその木に寄り添い町を、国を作る。世界にたった数本。その最強の木の名は、宝珠アダム。
You bought the tree? You bought logs from the tree?
ごく稀に裏のルートで売りに出されることがある。俺はそいつが欲しいんだが、よく近くもするって。
So you stole the money and bought it?
と、そこへ現れたのが大金を抱えた海賊たち。
Yeah, we know that part of the story.
俺たちの金でそんなもん買いやがったんじゃねえだろうな。
まだ聞け話を。
You're going to make a ship out of it though, right? A ship for us? And then the 200 wouldn't have gone to waste.
しかし、もう二度と船は作らねえと決めたことがある。
Go Frankie!
やはり目標とする人に追いつきたくて、気がつきゃ船の図面を引いていた。俺の夢はその宝珠でもう一度だけどんな海でも乗り越えていく。
One last ship,
夢の
okay.
船を作り。
You're going to travel with us on the ship, so I guess we wouldn't need you to. Hopefully, we won't need you to build another one anytime soon or ever.
手に入れた図面ももうある。これからその船を作る。
Do you want it?
完成したらおめえら、俺の作ったその船に乗ってってくれねえか。
お前その船俺たちにくれんのか。
そうだ。俺の気に入った奴らに乗ってもらえるんなら、こんな幸せなこと。
Let's go! And then you've done exactly what Tom did in his time. And you can be potentially... But Enies Lobby is no longer operational, so that's good. No one can arrest you for aiding the king of the pirates. But it's the exact parallel of Tom's story. I mean, I'm sure if they wanted to, they can take you away and do whatever they want with you. But and I think they want to, but...
言ったトムさんの気持ちがわかるぜ。
お前いいやつなんだ。ありがとう。
Woo! Awesome. So now we have 100 million berries to spare. What? I mean... Didn't... So the world government is after you? Zoro, go to sleep. Anyway, so they are pursuing them? Who is? Aokiji? Is that his name? It's funny that we like see it from like, you know, from the point of view of like the place he came to, and then we see him run around, disappear, and come back. Oh, it's Garp. I don't think he's here. Right. Okay. No, I don't think so. I mean, at least I didn't expect Garp to be the one to go for them. Michael? Hoiko? Okay. Who the hell are you? Garp, why are you here though? Shit, yeah, don't say that. I'm not sure what they're here for though. Was he sent as a representative of the world government? I want to see them. Are they totally grown up? I think Kobe was grown up, wasn't he? I don't know. It was just the perspective, just like, you know, going up. So it made me feel like he's longer. Is he here to go after them? I guess so. To meet Monkey D. Luffy. Like Kobe and Helmeppo? Oh man, knowing what he is definitely makes me feel like I know that if I hadn't known, I would be like a lot more on edge. A fist of love. Okay, he outright says that? Okay. It's like not a secret anymore. And it's kind of like the way that episode, I don't remember which episode, 3? Not 3, 4 of the live action ended, right? Or something. We were saying like Grandpa, I think 4. So, I mean, okay, here like we saw Garp for a few episodes, I don't remember where, somewhere in the 200s or 100s, I don't remember. You know, when he was training, like we heard that he was kind of cool, and he started training Kobe and Helmeppo, and that was it. And now he appears again and is like Grandpa. Okay, so at least it's not like, you know, stretched out or something. Like, I kind of thought for a moment that they would be like the same kind of arc. No, wait, that's not true. Because I was just saying that he just said Grandpa. So, yeah, the Grandpa reveal was like pretty much as soon as Luffy sees him, he's like, oh, Grandpa. Like, he's not trying to hide it. And, like, I was just wondering, you know, for a moment there, if we're going to have kind of the same arc of him, you know, going after Luffy when he's actually just trying to test him or something like it happened in the live action. I hope not, because like I kind of already saw that. And I mean, there it happened before the Grand Line and stuff, but now I guess something new, like we crossed this threshold of like, oh, we declared war on the world government. So I guess you could, maybe in a way he could say, oh, I'm testing you to see if you can withstand the world government or something. He did say he had, I think 2 people he said. Did he say? Or some people that he wanted to meet Luffy, and I was thinking Kobe and Helmeppo right away. And I mean, and we didn't exactly see their faces, even though we saw the pink hair, like the edges of the pink hair. So I'm pretty sure. I mean, it's pretty obvious who these people are. Helmeppo less so. Like, we didn't see much of Helmeppo, I'm pretty sure. Like, we didn't see, like, any... Like, I mean, the most defining part of Helmeppo is his blonde hair. And we didn't see that, like, any clue to that. But we did see, like, the clue to Kobe. So, I mean, we know that they were with Garp. So it's like... we know who they are, but they do seem different. Like, and we didn't see them clearly, and I get the feeling that, like, I don't know, like, is Kobe like super changed in terms of like, did he become human sized instead of like he was a very small dude at the beginning. Like, I know that like my brother was watching the live action, then he started the anime, and he was very surprised by how Kobe looked, because, you know, obviously in the live action he's just another human being, you know. I mean, like, he's maybe thinner than most or something, or shorter than most, but he doesn't look like, there's no like it's such a big gap. Like, I mean, you know, the way things are stylized in anime, and this anime in particular, I guess, is like sometimes they really stretch like just the stylization, I guess, and just like, you know, someone small, they can make them super small. Someone fat, they can make them super fat. But it's like, you know, so I wonder anyway if Kobe is like somehow like, you know, I guess he had a growth spurt or something and he became taller, or maybe I just imagined it and he's still pretty short. Anyway, it's going to be interesting to see them again, for sure, to see how much they've changed. I don't know, this is exciting. And again, I'm not sure that they came in, like, if it's just Garp wanting them, Kobe and Helmeppo, just to meet Luffy. I don't know why, but if it's that, then maybe it has nothing to do with what just happened, but maybe it does have something to do with what just happened, because maybe, you know, the news traveled and he figured out where Luffy is because of what happened, so he knows it by now or something. But, I mean, could be that he knows it, but he's not going to do anything about it. Like, it's not, like, basically, I don't think he's, like, come here on behalf of the world government to do something to Luffy, you know? I don't think so. Like, the way that everyone thought when they first walked into the city, you know, and all the citizens were like, no, we don't have pirates, don't come in here, or something. And, okay, so the Garp reveal happened. Good, nice. Now I'm kind of like it was like a spoiler that I caught up to. It's interesting that, you know, in the live action, Garp is like, okay, fine. We see him with Luffy. We see that he's like, you know, a vice admiral and Luffy is a pirate. But now, like, we know there are two grandsons who are pirates to this guy. I don't know. It's interesting. Like, I mean, I don't think he minds too much. Like, minds, like, in terms of like, oh, I'm a marine, they're pirates. I don't think he really cares about that. In the live action, he seemed to mind. Here, I don't know. Maybe he does. Maybe he doesn't. I'm not sure exactly what he feels about it. But, I mean, because we haven't really had time to really, like, consider the fact that, oh, he's the grandpa. What does he feel about it? Like, I wonder if he was doing the same thing to Ace. But I feel like not, because Ace has definitely a different, like, personality than Luffy. Like, Luffy, I feel like maybe people feel like he needs some guiding hand. And Ace less so. Ace is more, like, collected and, you know, on top of things and stuff. Anyway, so, yeah, that, and, oh, okay, and okay. So the 2 million berry, 200 million, I can't, it's too much of a mouthful, this you know, number. Anyway, so, you know, when Frankie first spent it, I think, and we didn't get any explanation as to why or where or what he did with it. I think I thought, oh, we will probably come back to this, but by then I forgot about this, I guess, or something. And it's really cool and handy that he actually spent it on some wood. And, I mean, he was going to just build a ship of his own, I don't know, for who. But now he has someone that he wants to sail this ship, so it's even, like, more, you know, clear to him his goal. And he's going to build this ship for us. And he says it's his last ship. Let's hope so. Because if it's his last ship, then that means we won't lose it. Like, he won't have to make more ships because we'll have this one. And it's really cool. And it's from a wood that grows on an island that is always at war or something. And it withstands it, like, no matter how much war and destruction is happening around it. So it's a very, very sturdy wood. Cool. And we need that. I think, I mean, it's like kind of like it comes in like compensation for like we lost one ship. It broke our hearts. Now we're going to like make sure this new ship is going to be like the sturdiest it can possibly be, so it could withstand all the crazy adventures we're going to take with it, you know, and, you know, like withstand it, because we're going to go through some pretty hectic stuff if we know our crew, and we kind of know our crew by now. So yeah, it's awesome. And Frankie just wanting to, you know, build it for them. And I mean, he didn't talk yet at all about joining them, which is obviously like a thing that he would need to say, I guess, or they would need to ask him to say like, oh, we need someone to maintain the ship and you're the best, like you just made it, why won't you just continue or something. But then they would have to have like this whole scene of him saying goodbye to his family. And also Usopp hasn't really yet made the conscious decision to rejoin the crew, so we need to figure that one out too. And I mean, he supposedly has like a prospect of like, maybe I should just go with Oiwa and Kashi to their, you know, island, to the Elbow Island that I always wanted to visit anyway, and just, you know, just go my own way, kind of. I mean, I do think we're going to visit it as a crew at some point, I think. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know right now where we're heading. All right. And that means that we have like 100 million berries left that we can make use of, in our day-to-day life or something. And also Frankie, obviously I said this, him building a ship for Luffy is like Tom building a ship for Roger. And except if Frankie actually joins the crew, it's going to be different. Like, it's not going to be just like people, I guess, coming after, Frankie to arrest him for building the ship for Luffy. Like, they're not going to be separated, I think. I guess it could be separated, but he's going to be part of the crew, I'm assuming. I think so. So, like, it's not going to be like Tom left behind doing his, ship building, and then suddenly someone, from the world government or whatever comes to him and is like, you get arrested for this, for something you did like a few years back or something. I think it was. And like Roger wasn't around anymore to really do anything about it or anything. And Zoro needs a new sword. Zoro needs a new sense of direction. Zoro needs a lot of... and now he's Michael and Hardcore and whatever. I don't know. Do want to do something with it? I don't know what those guys are. And was there? And yes, Iceberg wanting to, I guess, elevate the whole city on top of a ship. I think that's what he meant by that. It's basically gonna like be a floating city that they can move around to. Like, that would be awesome. But I mean, I don't know exactly, like the buildings are probably built on like, some kind of ground or something somewhere down there. So they'll need to like uproot the buildings and put it on top of the ship. But that sounds like a really magnificent kind of goal to have, for sure. And it definitely sounds like also something that will help their predicament. I mean, that they will be, not just kind of planted in the same spot where the Aqua Laguna are, I think, progressively getting worse. And the city keeps progressively drowning deeper. Now they'll be able to move around. Yeah, pretty much. So that's very cool. Awesome episode. Let's get into the next one. He's so strong that his punches hurt Luffy. Like, he manages to hurt the rubber somehow. Like, I wonder if force has a lot to do with it. Like, if your fists are, like, strong enough that hurting rubber, like, actually hurts. I don't know. Apologize to me for? I mean, it's Garp the Fist, so his fists are something special. Yeah, it's the first for everyone, except me. Robin's just like, just another day with the Straw Hat crew. I guess it works. For the most part. I guess that's one way to do it. Your friend? Who's your friend? Yeah, he does mind. I know, okay, sure. Who's your friend then? That he trained with. What is happening right now? I don't... Why? What? Fell asleep? Why? Why would you fall asleep all of a sudden? Oh, what's up? Yeah, even crazier than usual. Will you tell us?
シャンクスたちは元気なのか？
元気も何も。今や星の数ほどおる海賊たちの中で、かの白ひげに並ぶ4人の大海賊の一人じゃ。
Let's go! Oh, okay. Reign over, like, 4 emperors. Oh, okay, so they're against the 7 warlords. Are you trying to make him happy? Yeah, like... Aww. Shanks. How long have we not seen Shanks? How did this happen? To extort you? What were you trying to do? Yes. When he gets there, he gets there. Oh! He has long hair now? Okay, look at that! Oh, he's tall! Oh my god, he has the 6 powers too? I don't know if 6 of them, but he has one of them for sure. Guy looks so different. Oh, but I recognize the chin. Yes, it's definitely them. The chin, right? The chin is definitely one of the defining features. Kobe! Look at you! No! What the hell happened to your style though, too? That's interesting. Yeah, he also doesn't use his glasses anymore, somehow. He looks totally different. I mean, honestly, he looks totally different. I mean, he developed a sense of style. First of all, an interesting style. I don't know. I guess by the handband mostly. And he became totally taller. And he became... And I mean, his hairstyle is different. Alright, it's just like... what happened to El Meppo, Jesus? Garp isn't even trying to pretend that. Why? You're such an idiot. Yeah, why are you reminding them of that? Oh, okay. He seems to accept the past. I don't know.
ルフィさん、僕らは敵同士ですが。
Are you? Alright.
でも、あ、友達だ。
I mean, Garp just walked in here and was like, yeah, I want them to meet you because they want to meet. I don't know. It's so funny. It's like he's not even trying to say, oh, I'm a Marine. I want to make you a Marine. I'm not sure. Maybe he is trying to say that. Attitude. What the? Garp. Like, basically, it's a known thing that Luffy helped Kobe and Elmepo or something. Okay, I guess you do have a dad. But I guess he didn't raise you. What? Who did we meet in Locktown? We... How did Garp hear that? What's Lockdown? We met Smoker there, but that's not right. That's not his dad, right? I mean, I don't think so. I mean, Smoker's pretty young, right? We met a guy who told us about Roger in this bar. It was so long ago. I'm coming down. And then he was saved by right. There was a dude that did this? Someone... Right, there was someone who saved him with... What? What was that flashback? It didn't show us anything about... Monkey too. Wait, he's a monkey too? Ace though wasn't... He didn't have the same name. Did Ace have the same name? Maybe Ace is not really his brother. Like, biologically? Oh, yeah, okay. That dude. Okay, that's the dude. So it's his dad? Okay. Because Ace's name wasn't Monkey D. Ace, was it? I don't remember what it was. It wasn't that, though. And he saved him in Locktown, just before he went into the Grand Line. Yeah, what the hell? I mean, just getting all these reveals out at once. Okay, he's a pirate? Like he's a revolutionary? Or is he just a revolutionary? Yeah, he doesn't seem to be a pirate. I mean, he's riding horses. I don't know. And then what? What? You're just are not going to finish your sentence? Yeah, you just blurted it out like that? What the hell, dude? I mean, and why now? Why didn't you tell him that before? I guess he never met him before, so he wouldn't have... Like, he didn't have a frame of reference to... Like, he would have just said, oh yeah, your dad is Dragon. I don't know. He could have said that. And then Luffy would have known. that he has a father. Alright, I don't remember what Ace's name is, as I've said. But I remember that I was a little confused by it because it wasn't the same name, I think. So anyway, and like the way that Garp talked about it and was like, oh yeah, and then I had you train with my friend and Ace and something. It almost sounded like Ace kind of like, appeared there at that time or something. Maybe Ace wasn't like, maybe he's not, but he looks kind of like him. I don't know what to think. Maybe Ace wanted to make a name of his own, and so he changed his name. I'm pretty sure it wasn't Monkey though. Well, and I mean, and Garp and Dragon, I guess, and Luffy have the same name, so it's like it's a thing. It's not like they, changed their name. I guess Dragon doesn't usually use his full name. Like nobody knew he was part of the Monkey family, but it's still that's his name. And Ace's name though, I'm not sure, because I mean, I don't know, because like even I'm thinking about the live action. And like they didn't even mention Ace. Like I thought because they kind of mentioned Garp. I mean they put Garp in from the very beginning. I thought maybe they would, because they knew that Ace would appear at some point. I thought maybe they would put some hints that there was someone in Luffy's family that, But so it makes me feel like maybe Ace isn't exactly like he's his brother in every sense, but maybe not biologically, or something. I don't know. I don't know but okay. So anyway, yeah, Garp is totally like, he said, oh, I trained you, like to Luffy, he said, I trained you to be a Marine. And then look at you now or something. But that was it. Like he didn't even pursue it for too long or seemed too upset by it, that he's, oh yeah, you're not doing what I trained you to do. You're a pirate. And he's just like, whatever. And he came there to, I guess, scold him or something. I mean, I think, but it seems to just like not even really wholehearted, honestly. It seems like he's just, oh yeah, Luffy's here nearby. Like he just caught news of that. I'm going to go there to, I don't know, make a big revelation or something, or kind of scold him and punch him a little or something. But also I know that his friends, I mean, that Kobe and Helmepo were like know him and they want to meet him. So I'm just going to let that happen. And like the whole squad, not squad, I don't know what to call them. All the people that work under Garp are just like, yeah, of course we're going to meet Luffy, that is a wanted pirate by the world government, and we're just going to be like friendly with him. I mean, I guess there's a reason why they work under Garp. They just accept that he's like, we know the Garp isn't exactly, conventional Marine, and I guess he handpicked people who would go along with the way he does things, more or less, and they just like outright like say it like, yeah, oh, we came to meet Luffy, like it's not a problem. Okay, so that was a big reveal about his dad. All right, his dad saved him in lockdown. Cool. I forgot about this dude. I mean, like, I know that he was there, but like I forgot about him. Also, like I don't know if I noticed it, like even the live action. I watched some like reaction to the live action, and in the first episode there's we see a lot of people that are going to be important later on in the first, in the very first moment when Roger is being executed, and we see all those people in the crowd, and then we kind of focus on certain people. And one of them was wearing a green cloak, and I think that was what Dragon was wearing. So it was basically him, I think, right in the opening. And I guess he's like pretty much around Shanks's age or something. So I don't know, maybe he's older than Shanks. So, I mean, I guess it makes sense that we saw Shanks there. Yeah, maybe he's a little older than Shanks. I don't know. We couldn't see much of him because he was wearing a hoodie. Not a hoodie. With a hood on, though. Whatever. Yeah, he seems to be an important person. Like, there were so many revelations in this episode and the episode for that. Or this episode, actually. Like, we started, like, all at once. Like, Garp is his grandfather. I mean, I guess that was, the episode before. But then, Shanks is, like, part of, like, he's such a big pirate that he's actually, like we heard about the 7 warlords, but he's actually, like, against the 7 warlords because they're with the Marines and the world government. So we have, like, the 4 emperors who are, like, have a title of their own. Yeah, and they're working against, the current government and everything that it's doing. And Shanks is that powerful. Shanks, we heard about Shanks in the world government, there was this council meeting or something. I don't know. Like there was a meeting, and I think only Mihawk appeared. I think, and they were talking about something, and we saw Shanks. He wanted to make a. Was it then that he wanted to make a move against Blackbeard? I want to say, I don't remember anymore. Was it then or was it later? I don't know. Because then we saw some people who were part of Blackbeard's, Blackbeard or Whitebeard? I don't know anymore. No, Blackbeard, we know that Ace is after Blackbeard. Yeah, we know that. And there was a dude that wanted to take Crocodile's place in the Seven Warlords. And I think there was some connection between him and Blackbeard. Or maybe I'm making that up completely. There were people who were chasing after Luffy. And I think they had a connection to Blackbeard or something. Like chasing after like the Straw Hats before they made it to the Sky Island, right? And they couldn't catch up with him. So they said that they would wait and meet him again, I guess, or something. They wanted to prove themselves. No, I don't know. I think I'm mixing up two things here. Someone had to prove themselves to take the place of Crocodile. I don't know if it had anything to do with Blackbeard, actually. But also Blackbeard is something. Ace is after him. And Whitebeard is one of those 4 emperors, and Shanks is also with him. Yeah. Okay, on that level or something. Okay, yeah, I don't know. I confused all the things. I need to look up these episodes again. I don't remember where they are, though. And now we also know that there's a revolutionary who's going against there's a revolution happening against the world government that I think doesn't necessarily have anything to do with the pirates. Or they seem not to be pirates, maybe. And I mean, the world government probably isn't all pirates. I mean, pirates is the big thing in this world for sure. They're the force. Like pirates and marines, like people on the sea. But then this revolutionary, I don't know, we saw Dragon riding a horse. So I don't know, like maybe like it's also happening at the same time on land or something. Or maybe they do have something to do with pirates. Or what? I don't know. And I mean, Garp, again, doesn't seem too concerned. He's just like, oh yeah, my son is a revolutionary. And I just told you about it right now. Make of that what you will. And oops, I shouldn't have said it. Forget it. But like, okay. Really, you clearly wanted to say it, or something, or like you didn't deem it that important, that like a secret that you had to keep away from Luffy or something. Like, I don't know. And the way he was talking about Shanks to you, like explaining Shanks' power. I mean, Luffy said he didn't get most of it, and fair enough, but he got the gist of like Shanks is super cool, I guess, or something. Like Garp isn't really trying to be like, oh, Shanks is bad, you shouldn't, follow his footsteps or something. And I mean, I guess you could say that it's like, oh, Garp is just being like, he's not thinking about it too much. He's just like, stating the facts, and it turns out that, he's kind of making Shanks sound really cool and stuff, but it doesn't mean it that way. But I feel like Garp he doesn't really care. He doesn't really maybe see Shanks as a bad influence or something. Like he doesn't, I feel like he's just trying to, in a way, make Luffy, just kind of, go with what he believes in and follow the people he believes in. And like, even if it's totally supposedly against what Garp is supposedly, what he's for. Like Garp is a Marine. But yeah, it just feels like he doesn't really care about that, really. Like he just wants Luffy to be, who he is and be good at it and be strong and be cool and all that, and he doesn't even really care if he's a Marine or not at the end of the day. That's what it feels like. All right, let's get into the next episode. Yeah, he does seem to be like stupid in some way, but I feel we came along with these two. Yeah, okay, I guess Garp is stupid. Like he really doesn't realize what he's saying. But I feel like maybe some of it is an act. Right, right. I don't know what to make of all him, but it's a new look, honestly. Like when he takes off those stupid glasses, then yeah, I can see that it's him.
これは機密事項なんですけど、本部の軍艦はハムベルトを抜けることができるので。ずるいじゃねえか。もちろん100%ではないですが。
So why did they lie about? Like, I guess they don't want them to know that the marine ships can get through the calm belts.
実は軍艦の船底には回廊石という石が敷き詰められてるんです。つまりですね、回廊石は海と同じエネルギーを発しているので、海中の魚たちにとってその船は
Are like shit. Oh, she's spying on them. Okay, interesting. I'm sure we can use that. Okay. Vegapunk?
お前の食った悪魔の実だってな。今の伝達条件は解き明かされてるんだぜ。それと、物に悪魔の実を食わせるっつう新技術も近年のやつの大仕事だ。
Like, you know, the elephant sword.
僕はルフィさんに会うまでどれだけ狭い世界で生きてきたのかをこの海で思い知りました。あの日、樽の中から出てこなかったら。
Yeah, how depressing to think about that. Thank God that happened. Is that what happened? Really? Is that what happened? I didn't remember it that way, but okay. Like, I thought they took over his ship for some reason. Maybe I just misunderstood. Yeah, it all happens for a reason or something. But it's worth it. Yeah, that's the only way I can recognize you. That and your eyes, sort of, and your eyebrows, I guess. But it's so weird. Like, his entire hairstyle just makes him look like a different person. With the hat on. Uh-huh. Are we crossing the halfway point? That's the half the Chanks? That's to have the Shanks control? I guess not. I don't know exactly what part of the Grand Line Shanks and his dudes control. The new world. All right. Like America or something. Luffy believes in you.
口にしただけで倒れそうな大それた夢なのに、どうして信じてくれるんですか？
Because that's what he does.
泣き虫は治ってねえな、ロビー。
お二人に今日また会えて本当によかった。この人たちを追いかけるのは本当に大変だ。
Yeah, it was kind of like, you know, they wanted to meet them because it's kind of like a reminder of where they need to get to. And also Luffy just, I mean, he was the first to give Kobe like the will to believe in himself. And now he needed that kind of like dose of Luffy belief to push him forward.
お前またとんでもねえ敵を生み出したんじゃねえのか。
I mean, compared to our other enemies,
やる男だ。俺は知ってんだ。
that one I'm kind of looking forward to. Like their fight and stuff, like it won't come out of actual hatred or anything, or anger or something. Like, feels like a healthy kind of enemy making.
なんたって政府直轄の島が壊滅だしな。まあ、CP9 を潰したのは表沙汰にはならねえだろうな。
そりゃ公表なんてできないよ。
Yeah, exactly.
組織なんだから。そもそもエニエスロビーの炎上だって。
Exactly. They did it to their own place. Because they didn't, I mean, the Buster Call was a bust. Completely. Hmm.
お前が偉くなって帰ればいいんじゃねえか。
Go Kobe.
そうだよね。
But then he's going to fight, I think he's going to fight Luffy, you know, just for the sake of it, but not for anything, like not for an ideology. You couldn't hear that it was Kokoro's voice. Really, Usopp? Really? Zora's also eating? You have that much food prepared? Oh my god. Robin?
そのまま聞け、ニコロビ。
まさか。
Where are you?
青生地。
Where are you? Is he behind the wall? Oh, Jesus.
なぜいつものように逃げ出さなかった。お前一人なら CP9 から逃げ出せたはずだ。
She didn't want to. She wanted to die at that point.
あの日、奴の意志を組み、お前を島から逃がした俺には、その後の人生を見届ける義務がある。だが、20年経っても宿る気もなく、追われては飛び回る危険な爆弾を、これ以上放置できないと踏んだ。
But now she found a place, so
お前はもう死にたがって、
yeah.
当然 CP9 が敗れるという結果は全く予測できなかった。やっと宿り木が見つかったのか。
Yeah, she has. Does that mean you're gonna stop chasing her though? Or see her as long as the bomb's gonna take.
生かしたことは正しかったのか間違いだったのか。これからお前はその答えを見せてくれるのか。
そのつもり。
しっかり生きてくぞ。野原はまだ滅んじゃいねえ。
All right.
青生地。
Like he himself, like he wants to observe what she's doing, but he won't try to like capture her.
そうね、サウル。
そいつらと共に生きろ。
What is Robin gonna do? Whose side is she going to pick? I don't think she's gonna pick anything.
やってみようかしら。
Try what? She's gonna try living by their side and actually, showing Aokiji like what she's gonna do with herself by their side. All right, like Aokiji was just kind of observing her. I mean, he did talk about just watching her, honestly, creepily enough. But like he talked about it, but it also sounded like, I mean, he said some pretty harsh things about her. How she, I guess there were true things, like how she turns her back on people, and how no one can trust her, and how she's so like she's treacherous. I don't know how you say it. Anyway, but now she's finally found a place where she belongs, and maybe that's it. It feels like that's what Aokiji was waiting for, waiting to see that Soul's like that what he wanted happened, like because he thought he was kind of like willing to give her the chance based on what Saru said, but then she seemed to not. Like Saru told her to find, the people that she is going to live with, that she isn't meant to live alone. And Aokiji was kind of waiting for that to happen, I guess, in some way. But then, and she kept proving him wrong, like proving Saru wrong or something. Like she couldn't find the people that she could stay with. And so Aokiji was like losing hope, I guess, in that. And he was like, okay, I can't, like, she's really dangerous. And she's kind of a ticking bomb. And, like I can just keep like observing her and seeing her just continue the way that she does. Like no one can trust her. Like she's unable to open up her heart to anyone. So that, so basically she was like proving Saru wrong. And the fact that she knew all these, like everything that Ohara like were killed for was like, I guess like a problem. Like she knew about, supposedly she has a way to get to find out how the Pluton is made, and I guess he was afraid of what would happen. Afraid, I don't know if afraid is the right word, but like concerned in some way of what would happen if she were to pursue that or something, being alone, having no loyalty to anyone. Although I don't know, like I don't know if he really believes that Robin would actually want to create this weapon, but maybe he was more afraid of like people getting her to create this weapon or something, or like that it would somehow fall into the wrong hands because she's unable to meet people that she can really trust or something like that. So anyway, he was like, I need to end this because this is obviously a failure. Saru was wrong, and stuff. And then she finally did find people who were able to change her way of life, that she was able to change for, just so she could stay with them. And Aokiji was even like, I mean, he kind of tested them by telling them the worst about her so that, I mean, it's kind of cruel, but he was like making kind of sure that, that this wouldn't happen again, I guess. Like he was kind of putting them to the test to see, and also Robin, to see if their bond would hold out through that. And then it did on the surface at that time, but it was kind of brewing underneath. Like, Robin was starting to really have doubts about herself and stuff because of what he said. And that's what caused kind of all of this, because if she didn't have these doubts, maybe she wouldn't have gone with the CP9 and all that. But, wouldn't have thought that she can just save the Straw Hats at the expense of herself, and they wouldn't care and stuff like that. Not wouldn't care, but they wouldn't, like, she like maybe she wouldn't have thought to keep them out of it. She would have actually gone to them or something. So anyway, so they proved, so at the end of the day, after all that, they proved, or at least started to go on the right track, like Robin started to go on the right track to prove Saoru's words. Like she did find friends that she was willing to do anything for. And live for, and that's what, that gave Aokiji hope that he can just kind of stand by and continue watching her to see that this is, this doesn't go wrong, and she does manage to, I guess, stay with these people with the Straw Hat and do her thing or something. Like he's gonna keep watching her, but he has, like, it seems like no intention to actually capture her so long as she's with the Straw Hats anywhere, or she remains this kind of person, I guess. that found her place or something. And so I'll write like, wow, what a way to end that, I guess. Like we had so many kind of visits from Marines, not many, whatever. We had the Garp, who doesn't really have, like, he's kind of, like, he's a Marine, but he's kind of he's his own thing. And Aokiji, who is working for the world government, but he's still going against them because he doesn't agree with them either. But he's doing it more in a subtle kind of way. Like, he's not saying anything. Like, he's just kind of watching, you know, this person who's supposed to be this danger to the world government. But you know, he has his own kind of agenda, and he has his own set of morals. And even so high up in the Marine, I guess, the world, yeah, like, he's an admiral, that he's still, you know, he's not doing what they expect him to do. But I don't think he's making it very clear to them or anything, like, that he's not gonna try to capture Robin or anything like that. Like, he doesn't know what the right way is, I guess, but it feels like he knows, you know, like he said, I don't know if Saru, whether it was right or wrong to save you, Robin, you know, like Saru wanted to save you. I don't know if that was, like, the right choice or not, but I'm going to continue watching because it feels like maybe it is. So I'm going to continue watching to see how it turns out or something. Like, he doesn't know if it's right or wrong, but he felt that it was right in some way because Saru was his friend, I guess. That's why he did it. That's why he gave her the chance to begin with. I think he wants her to prove Saru right and to actually, you know, succeed at this and continue, you know, being with the Straw Hats and everything. Like, yeah, the world government, they have some higher ups that are, you know, not exactly doing what seems to be, like, not following the agenda that the world government is following as a whole. And I mean, that's interesting because we also know that Kobe is kind of thinking to get high up enough that he can start changing stuff, which I don't know if that's what Aokiji and Garp think about doing. I mean, if to go by the live action, Garp was just saying, you know, I didn't want to become an admiral because I knew that then I would have to do things that I didn't want to do or something. So I remain like a vice admiral, so I can do my own thing within the framework of the Marines, I guess. But that's the live action. I'm not sure. Like, we didn't really get that kind of talk from Garp in the anime so far. So, like, I don't know how much they want to change, or they think they can change, you know, how the Marine are currently, like, operated. But they did make it very high up. And again, they're not exactly doing what the world government wants them to do, probably. So anyway, yeah, Kobe seems to have, like, a more, you know, solid kind of plan of, like, yes, I want to change stuff when I get to this point, to where I'm that high up, you know, in the ranks. And hopefully he manages to do it eventually, I guess. And also he wants to, like, he talks about fighting Luffy, and right now it hasn't happened yet. Like, they haven't reached the point where they feel strong enough to want to test their strength, or like Kobe wanting to test his strength against Luffy or anything. But, like, he's preparing for that in the future. And that's more like just, I want to be strong enough to be able to fight you. I feel like we're enemies, but we're not. I mean, like, the ideology that Kobe pursues in some ways is kind of like, Luffy doesn't oppose that ideology. Like, he told him, I want you to be a good Marine, you know, at the time. And so Kobe wanted to change the Marines to be good Marines and to follow, like, to pursue good justice or something that he can believe in. It wouldn't necessarily go against what Luffy's doing, because Luffy, at the end of the day, does what feels right to him, which could be bad, I guess. But so far, what feels right to him is standing by his friends, and, you know, like, Luffy is not a very ideological person. It's not like he's saying, like, oh, I want to, like, change the world or something. That's Kobe's thing. But as it stands, Luffy, the things he does to, like, the small things that he does, like saving a friend, like, you know, he's focusing on his individual, like, space, personal space, kind of, like, you know, the people I care about. But it kind of reverberates, and it somehow it ends up, you know, being like these big events that are life-changing, or world-changing, when he doesn't necessarily mean it to be. But, like, he's changing the world without actively trying to do that, kind of. Like, even when he's saying, oh, I want to be the Pirate King, he's thinking about himself and his crew in the context of, like, yeah, I'm going to be the Pirate King, but, like, He's not thinking about the world will like I will take over the world and the world will change accordingly, kind of, you know. But it does, and so. And anyway, his viewpoint is a lot of what drives Kobe too. So when I'm thinking about them as enemies, I never think about them like as like, at least so far, as enemies. Like I don't see them like fighting over like how to, like, the ideology that drives them to change the world or something. Like I don't feel it's ever going to be on that level, because at the end of the day they do see eye to eye for the most part, except for, and again, Luffy isn't really trying to change the world. Or he doesn't think about it that way, at least. And Kobe is. So yeah, they're enemies because they're on opposite sides of how the world works right now. But they're not enemies because they believe opposite things, you know? So I don't know if that will change ever. If something will suddenly they will actually disagree on how to I don't know, handle a certain thing or something like that, you know? I don't see that happening, but maybe if like things become even more nuanced, if there's like an incident where, you know, Kobe is looking out for the Marines, Luffy is looking out for his own crew or something, and somehow the way to deal with that incident is directly opposed, even when when the way they do things is kind of similar, but because they're on opposite sides, it's gonna make them like treated differently, or have to like make opposing actions or something. I don't know. Anyway, well, I do feel like it's far in the future at some point. So for now, it's just like, you know, it's a future kind of goal that we set to ourselves. That Kobe, for the most part, set for himself, and Luffy's prepared to meet that. Like he's like, yeah, I want, like, sure, you know, become stronger and come and fight me. Like I want to do that. But it feels like all of it is so like camaraderie, like, you know, like they're friends, like we're enemies but we're friends, and I don't think that's really going to change. Like I don't see that really changing, again, unless something drastic happens somehow to make them like actually disagree with each other, you know. Anyway, yeah, and okay, and now we know from Kobe and him talking about it, is that they were blamed for the Buster Call, for everything that happened. I mean, it's pretty easy to say, oh yeah, you know, the pirates attacked Enies Lobby and then it burned to the ground, pretty much. Like it's pretty easy to kind of make the connection between, yeah, the pirates went in there and burned everything, even though it's the Marines who burned everything and couldn't even get the pirates. And yeah, CP9 was not mentioned. Okay, obviously. And all right, so I guess overall things are pretty much back to how they were. Enies Lobby is gone for the moment, but I don't know. Like, I mean, Enies Lobby was in a lot of ways. It was just, you know, it was just like a cover up for. I mean, they were saying like, oh yeah, we're sending you to a trial, but you're going to lose that trial. Like, it wasn't like fair. It wasn't justice. Really, like objectively, how? Yeah, justice is not objective, I guess, but it can be more objective than you know, than a justice you just pursue for your own goals or something. Like the way that the Marines are like, and anything that stands in the way of the Marines is against justice. That loses, you know, it's like that kind of justice is easily warped, I guess. Anyway, so yeah, I guess it makes sense that it was just like, oh yeah, we lost Enies Lobby. Like, it's a big blow in terms of like, it was a well-defended place. Nobody was supposed to be able to like breach it or attack it in that way. Definitely not escape it after a Buster Call, but Luffy still did. So it just, yeah, solidified Luffy as a big enemy for the world government. But beyond that, they're just like, whatever. We just like blamed everything on Luffy. Like, it didn't change anything too drastically within the, I guess, how the world government operates, how the Marines operate. And yeah, and then we had some shenanigans. Okay, so okay, yeah, and we're I guess moving toward the second half, of the Grand Line, where it's called the New World, and it's not really under anyone's government. It too clearly or something, like they're still fighting for who will take over it, I guess, or something like that. Yeah, okay, very interesting. A lot of revelations. It feels like, yeah, we're heading, like, I don't know, like the end of the arc. It definitely feels like we're getting there. But there seems to be a few more episodes. If like the way that my episodes are like kind of divided is really how it's supposed to be divided in the story. Anyway, I mean, we still need to like actually have the ship built and go out on like the next adventure, like start going out on it or something. So I guess we have like a few more episodes that will maybe tie up like the end of the arc or whatever, the end of the season or something. All right. I hope you guys enjoy this reaction, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Special thanks to my top patrons: Betty and Tier, Andy Plays All Night, Stone Tree, Tieranor, Michael Gabriel, and Shiakuben. And to the rest of my amazing patrons, without whose support, I will never be able to do any of this. Thank you so much.